Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. So, today we are going to be talking about teams. Team. But we're not just going to be talking about teams. I'm not going to define what a team is. We're going to talk about you within a team. But this training is called the we training. The we training. Not the me training. Even though we're going to be talking about you. So, let's talk about the goals. The goal is to come out of this training understanding how you fit into a team, your responsibilities within a team, and other things. Okay? First things first, we have two keywords within this training. The first keyword is attitude. Attitude. Your attitude. So maybe you came into this training feeling happy. Oh my God. They thought about me and they want me to grow. So they gave me the opportunity, the tremendous opportunity to be part of this awesome training. Or why am I wasting my time in this training that's going to help me? And absolutely nothing. Again, attitude, positive, not so positive. Okay, let me tell you a little secret about the attitude. Attitude is something you control. Yes, you control. You're gonna say no. No, I can't. I'm the way I am. I'm a bad humor kind of person. I grew up being this way. I don't know, I hate this job. So I have a stinky attitude. No. If you have the attitude, I want to tell you, you also have the control to not have that attitude. You decide what your attitude is going to be. Okay? And because we're talking about attitude, I want you to think about this. Okay? Let's set the tone for this training. Okay? If you think about it, being part of a team, it is an awesome opportunity. If you think about it really hard, but not so hard. You get to share ideas. You get to share responsibilities. You get to work on a goal with other people to actually achieve it. Unlike, just working on everything that's dumped on you and not being able to achieve it. Or feeling super stressed, nobody to talk to, nobody to share knowledge with. So, setting the tone. It is so great that we are working here in this team environment where we can all share and we can all decide what our attitude towards this particular time is going to be. So, which one is going to be? Happy? Bleh, hate it. Happy? I hate it. Okay, we'll put these aside. Let's keep setting the tone. Okay, so we are all gonna say the following, right? Because we believe it. This is true, and we are gonna say it out loud. So, repeat. Okay, I'm gonna show you something and you're gonna say it out loud. When I say 3, you're gonna say it out loud. Okay? We. You see the word we? And it says you. We, team, you. It applies. Okay? This all applies to a you and to a we. So let's do this in 1, 2, 3. You are super. You are unique. You are smart. You are valued. You are special. You are strong. You are amazing. You are marvelous. You matter. We are super. We are unique. We are smart. We are valued. We are special. We are strong. We are amazing. We are marvelous. We matter. Okay? Don't forget this. This is true. Again, it goes back to attitude. You choose. Okay? Attitude. Now, before we continue, it is important that when we work, okay, as a team, we also establish ground rules. Our class rules. So, which are we gonna work on these together? But I do want to say that one of my rules, right, being the leader of this training, even though you guys are all gonna help me, is that cell phones must vibrate or in silence. If you must take a call, please walk out of the room. When expressing something, be nice about what you have to express or what you would like to express. We are not here to point fingers. We are here to learn together. Okay? So we're not doing this, we're doing this. It's an inclusive exercise, not an exclusive. Okay? So let's work on these class rules, our team rules, our training rules. Call them what you want. We can't even figure that out. We can't even figure that out together. However, once we agree on these, we'll stick to these. Unless something is not working, we can halfway through the training, we can revisit this. Okay? Now officially welcome everyone to the we training. Even though it's about me. How does that work? Okay? So there's a you within a team. Yes? True? Right? There's not a one-person team. It doesn't exist. So before we continue, I have not introduced myself. My name is Sherida San Feliz. Okay? And I want to share a little bit about me. Okay? Just so that you guys can get to know me a little bit more in an intimate note. I am 20 years old. Believe me, I am. Don't question me. I'm 20. My favorite color is turquoise. I don't know how to say it right. But you know, the shades of greens and blues. I was born in October, 20 years ago. I have 4 best friends from all my life. Okay? I love to sing my favorite song, which is Brujeria. Okay? And it goes something like this. Just again, I'm in a safe environment and I feel I can sing. So I'm just gonna share my talent with you guys. And it goes something like this. It goes like, brujería, debes tener brujería, para que diga tu nombre, mi alma que está en agonía. Okay, enough about my talent. This is why I don't do that for a living. I love to dance and to read. Okay, my favorite food is fricassé de pollo, chicken fricassé. Love it, especially when my mom makes it. My favorite movie is Beetlejuice. If you haven't watched it, because you're like 30, you should go and look for it. And then, who do I want to be when I grow up? I want to be me. What? That's silly. You want to be you? Yes, I want to be me. I don't want to pretend I'm somebody I'm not. I want to live as Cheryl in my personal and my professional life. I want to be able to share this experience with you guys as Cheryl, not as a fake Cheryl. Okay? Now we're going to do the same thing with you guys. I really want to get to know you guys. And when we're in a team, we share this kind of stuff. It's just nice to know, like, when it's your birthday, so we can sing happy birthday. Oh, sorry, you don't celebrate your birthday, so we don't want to offend you. We want to make sure that we know that, okay? So we're going to be showing stuff like this. Okay, so here's, you can draw a picture of yourself, your birthday, okay? Things you like to do, you can write down what you like to do. Some of your favorite stuff, like the colors and games and movies and books and food and any subject really. Places you like to go, your hobby. We just finished summer, which is, I think this is great. So best summer memory ever. I mean, something nice must have happened in summer. Like you actually got to go out of your house. Because last summer, it wasn't like that. You were stuck inside, okay? And then, when you grow up, what do you want to be? Or a year from now, where you want to be, okay? Like, I would like to be a coach, okay? So, now that we formally introduce ourselves, I want you guys, everyone here, to fill out this information so that we can share it with each other. I'm sure there's going to be some common interests. Maybe not. Maybe you find out something really cool about your teammate that you didn't even know, even though you've been working with them for the longest time ever. So let's do this first. Let's share it. And then we'll continue. Okay? Okay, that happened already. So. Now, let's focus on these awesome drawings. Come on. These are like the awesome drawings. So, what I want you to know, this is why we're doing this training. We want you to come out of this training with what? With tools you can put in practice to be what? A good teammate. That maybe you can lead a team later on. That you can do a better job. I mean, you can keep adding stuff to this list. But the thing is, you should come out of this training with some information that is just gonna help you with certain scenarios when you work in a team. Okay, so the second word, remember I said there were 2 words added to. So I don't know where you're at right now. Where are we right now? Are we feeling better or worse? Do you want to just go out running or do you want to stay? Are you curious or not? Attitude, you have the control. Okay. Next word, we. Okay. Hold on. Let me do this like this because my wall is not liking this. Next word, we. Not I. We. Okay? And I really, really want to take this out of this. Let's see. I don't damage the paint. So sorry. Here you go. Keyword, we. Keyword, attitude. It's not a me only thing. It's a we thing. Okay? Now, what words pop in your head when you hear the word team? Which words? Just write them down. You guys have stickies here. Write down those words. Okay? I'm gonna give you 3 minutes. Go ahead. Whatever pops up. Okay. Oh, you guys don't want to write? So, no problem. Let's do this. Tell me a word. Turn me a word. Okay? Share a word. Okay? Those words are powerful if applied. If you actually do something, an actionable item with that. You take charge, right? Let me tell you something, whether you believe it or not, going back to the attitude, okay? Attitude. You have control, attitude. You have a tremendous opportunity to make things happen alongside of other people, other team members, okay? You have the control to make things happen. If you, okay, decide to be part of a we situation instead of a all me situation all the time. I'm not saying that if you work alone, you can make things happen. Of course you can. Okay? Come on. But imagine if you're working with a team and there's a problem and there's many ideas to solve that problem. Instead of you having to deal with working on the one idea you have because it's all you know. Okay. Anyway, attitude. So when you're working, and this is a really cool picture, guys. Check out my boat, my ship. You can't see it well. Bum, 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 bum. Check this baby out. Okay. When you're working on a team, it's really important that whether you're in a leadership position or not, you're just a team member, okay? You let others know what is it that you want from them, and then share the information needed so that they know what they need to know so that they can work on the thing that you want them to work on. Does that make sense? Okay? What do your team needs to know? Give them the information. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the information. And then with that, once you give them the information, tell them What do you need from them? What is your expectation? Don't just assume that they'll know. Because let me tell you a little secret. A lot of times they don't. Or they're just going to do the same thing. They're going to assume that what you wanted was, I don't know, X when you really wanted Z. So, communicate. Two simple things. What information do they need to know? What do you want them to do with that information? Okay. What's the other important thing? Super important, and sometimes we don't talk about it. Like I explained when we started this training, okay, this team activity, that our goal, I didn't say goal, I should have, you see, I messed up, is for you guys to come out of this training with tools to help you be part of a training, of a team, or to what? Or to create a team, help a team, lead a team, okay? Understand what it means to be part of a team. That's the goal. Okay? If you aren't clear, good thing that we have this here to talk about it. The same thing happens when we're working on a project. Okay? We need to make sure that the team understands what the goal is. And from time to time, you need to go revisit the goal. Make sure that the team still understands the goal. And sometimes the goal changes. So the target might look different, but it hasn't been communicated. Okay? How do we do this? People, communication. Well, how do we communicate? How do we know if we are on the right path, or if the goal is here and we're like right somewhere here? You need to have meetings, check up, like statuses meetings, call in what you want, some kind of meeting that has an objective to revisit the goal and to see whether we're closer or further away from the goal. Okay? And then what do we need to do to either complete the goal or to get closer to it? Yes, we need to do that. Do you need for your manager to come and be the one to create those meetings? You're part of a team, come on. You guys can have those internal meetings and see if everyone is on the same page. After all, you guys are working on a goal. You should know what that goal is. Right? If you don't, then there's a big problem. Okay. This is so important, and this is another drawing you guys need to see. Check it out. We are all significant. Okay? We all add value. Just because you have a skill set that I don't, does not mean that you're more significant than what I can bring to the table. Okay? In a team, everyone, everything that we do plays a role to getting us closer to the goal. Everyone is significant. Okay? That is important that you understand. So that means that if everyone in the team is significant, you're significant as well. You see the we versus the I? Okay? Important people. Everyone on the team has potential to grow. This person is a newbie. I'm too old. Can't learn this. Yes, you can. It goes back to remember our keywords. Attitude. Goes back to attitude. Yes, you can if you want. It's up to you. You have control over your attitude. Okay, so this is important. I saw this in the training, and I'm gonna share it with you guys because I think it's super important. It makes a huge impact. Are you waiting for it? Waiting for it? Okay, I'm gonna share it with you now. Not for real, I'm sharing it with you guys. So this is it. You can have a team that is good, or you can have a team that is excellent. Here's the catch. Sometimes we have people with not such great attitudes. You know, I'm gonna show you. I hate this. I don't know why we're doing this. I wish we can just go back to the old thing that we used to do before and all those things. Why do I have to do this? This is so difficult. We're never gonna get to anything. It's always the same thing. Oh my God, we have to drink the Kool-Aid. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, okay, hold on. I know sometimes there's issues and there's some past history to that. But other times it's just that people have a really bad attitude. Okay? Now, if you are that person who has a bad attitude and you can't seem to get with the program and actually do your work right, you're dragging the team. Okay? Listen people, leaders. You the leaders, listen to this. This is important. Okay? You are sinking the ship. The boat is going down. Okay? And you might say, well, I have 5 people and there's just one person that is really not executing well. Well, that person has a significant impact in your other team members. So this was the example that was given. By the way, it was given by John Maxwell. And I think it's genius. So the way it is like, if you have an okay team and you do the math, right? So you do like, let's say each team member was a 10 and you say, well, everyone is good. Everyone gets a 10. And the team is average. You do like 10 plus 10 plus 10, right? And 5 times is 50. But then let's say you have someone who is not that great, okay? And then you do, let's say that person was a 5 because he was executing to like half of compared to the other ones, it's executing to half of the performance of the other team members. So you be like 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5. So that's like 45. And then that's an average of like, so you basically, you have like a 10% less productivity in your team because of that person. 10%. That's a lot. Okay. By the way, I didn't do the math. I'm just copying an example of somebody else. But it makes total sense. But for the other one, it's going to make a lot more sense. Okay. But let's say you have an exceptional team. An exceptional team. So you have 5 team members. And when you have an exceptional team, people share knowledge all the time and they're communicating and they're trying to be like the best they can be and all that. So you kind of multiplying, right, their performance. They get together and it's like, wow, we did double the work, or we did this in half of the time, or the quality was like awesome. So instead of like adding, we're gonna multiply. So it's like 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, right? 5 times, whatever. And that's like 100,000, I think it was. Okay? And then one of the team members is like, whatever. Something happened and they don't have the best attitude in the world. And I'm saying this is not you, okay? I'm not talking about you specifically. So let's just get that out of the way. But if it's you, I'm just saying, just evaluate it, just in case it's you. Look at the impact it has on the team. So 10 plus 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 5. That is 500. That's 50,000, sorry. So for 100,000, we went down to 50,000. 50% decrease in productivity. That's a lot. And you know why? Because other people are now like upset. Instead of being productive, they might be doing other stuff like complaining. Okay? Morale might go down because of that person, but that's just a secret. If you want to keep doing that and hurting your team, it's okay. Okay? I mean, who cares? I mean, you should care, but your leader should care. But you might not know that you're doing that. Yes, you do. Let's just talk about that again. We don't know. Okay? So, hold on. Where's my 14? So, the reason you're not behaving well is because you wanted things to go back to the way they were before. You keep talking about the past. Okay? Where you were like a lone ranger. Or where you didn't have to do X, Y, Z, and now you do. But it's been explained the reasons why we really need you to be on board. Right? How it affects your teammates, how it affects the company, how it affects you at the end of the day. Okay, so it's not that I don't want to talk about the past, but I'm also interested in the future. Okay, and because we're interested in the future, we've explained the past and we've like shared our vision. Okay, where are we going in the future? And then we want to make sure that you understand that whatever you lived in the past adds value to what we're doing today. But we also want you to know that where we're going in the future is creating doors of opportunities, okay? Not only for you, for your teammates, and for the rest of the company. Okay, so at some point we need to do a handshake between the past and the future. Well, I really don't like to communicate. I don't like to talk. I don't like to. So we need to figure out how you did things in the past and how we need you to do them like today, or tomorrow, which is the future. Okay? Goes back to what we need you to do. Okay. And the reason why. Why? Okay. We need to provide security for our future. If we continue to do the same thing we were doing in the past, that might get us nowhere. Okay? Or might just keep like giving us just enough fuel to just live for a little while longer. But that's not what we want. And when we move forward in the future, you also have the opportunity to grow with it. Okay? Yeah, you grow, you learn new things. Okay? Goes back to attitude. Attitude. Okay? Now, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to write down the characteristics of that person in your team which you think has the best team attitude, like ever. Okay? Write those down. You get 5 minutes to do that. Okay? 5 minutes, we're up. Okay. So people, what are you going to do with those stickies that you have right there, sitting in front of you? I want you to pass them along. Everyone gets to see what those attitudes, what those characteristics are. Okay. And this is what I want you to do next. I want you to think about you. Which characteristics make you an excellent team member? Someone who your team can count on. If you find this hard, then why? That might just say there's room for you to grow. Right? There's room for you to grow. Okay. So, guys, we talked about a lot of things. Lots. But you know what? There's one more thing we have to talk about. We have to talk about the start of your project. Or maybe your project has already started. So maybe your project has already started. I want to share this with you guys. Good team members, those with great attitudes, have an attitude towards projects and towards challenges that is like, challenges that way, I'm going there. I want to be part of that challenge because I want to grow. But then people with like attitudes are like, not so great, who are really not team players, who don't care to grow, might have the following attitude. It's like, yeah, the challenge is that way, but I'm really going this way because this is the exit zone and I'm out. Okay? I don't care about this. Okay. So as the challenges in a project grow, the more we need to come together as a team. Okay? Super important. Okay? Instead of pulling different directions, we need to come together and work as a team. Communicate what's going on. Okay? Don't wait for somebody to own those communications. You guys can own them. Talk to each other. Okay, so what's in it for you? Why be part of a team? But I can just do it on my own. After all, I'm the expert. I don't need anyone. It's faster if I do it. These people are just slowing me down. Okay, what's in it for you? Like I said, okay, being part of a team helps you come up with many ideas, okay, many different ways to get to the solution. What you don't know, someone else might. So that means that if that person shares, that means you will learn from that person. Oh, you learn something new. Maybe you couldn't have done it on your own. Maybe you could have, but it's probably would have taken longer. Anyway, those are just some of the things. Okay, so let's go here. If you are really part of a cool team, okay, that means you have a safe environment where you can actually feel free to communicate in a respectful way, may I ask, okay? And your teammates are so nice that they're willing to hear you out. And let me just, before we go there, because there's ways that you can actually communicate in an effective way. If you feel kind of iffy, uncomfortable, and you want to kind of do it like in a game. So here we go. In a team, what's in it for you? Excellent teams encourage new ideas. Know that they have each other's back. By the way, I have to show you his cards because if not, then you're like, what is she doing? They encourage new ideas. Know they have each other's back. How cute is this? Excited to share knowledge and their accomplishments with you and everyone else in the team. They don't take your help, your contributions for granted. No, they don't. Everyone puts the differences aside, to meet the goal. While they're working on the goal, they come together. They know that they can be stronger if they come together. Okay, they lift each other's spirits up. They help people stay motivated, and they help you keep moving up in the ladder. In this case, it's like a balloon. They lift you up. They don't just squash you, stumble on you. There, I hate you. I want us to fail. They don't do that. Not unless if you're in a good team. Okay? Now, let's see. I hope by now you've learned something of you, like giving you some content to think of. Okay? Where you at, how you're behaving, what's your attitude, what things can you propose, okay, as maybe rules, so there's good communication on the team. Or you know what, it is great to share stuff like, I don't like when, but I prefer this than that. Just know my schedule looks like this. I mean, come on, I'm sure you can come up with like a long list of stuff that you guys can do to actually communicate effectively, so that can be a lot more productive, and there'll be a lot less like this issue and that issue that are not productive at all. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you. You can play games with cards, with candy. Candy's always good. I mean, some people can't eat candy, maybe fruit, sugar-free candy, donuts. But if you play a lot of those, you guys are gonna start getting really, really fat. As a team too, by the way. So, I mean, you can have a conversation and, you know, come up with ideas, and you guys might not feel like it is the greatest idea. Then talk about it. Okay? Inquire more about it. Decide if you're gonna continue to talk about it. Decide that it's okay to go with somebody's idea because it seems like the best one at the time. Defend your idea. Like, have fun with it. Okay? Endorse somebody else's idea. I mean, come on. It's like, there's so many things you can do. Do stuff like this. Stickies. I love stickies. There's digital tools now that if you're working from home, you can use too. Okay. Oh God, now this is not a stick. Okay, let's see. So this is what I want you guys to do now. We've talked about so many things. I want you guys to write down at least one thing that coming out of this training you are going to be doing differently to help your team be a better team. Okay? I don't want you to tell me what somebody else needs to do. I want you to share what you are going to be doing differently. Okay? So that we can look better. Okay? And once we're done, you guys have 2 minutes to do this. Write them down. Okay? I want you to understand again, to walk out of this room knowing that you have control over your attitude. I'm so sorry. Okay? Before we walk out, I want to read this. If you, when you're writing that down, think about what this coach said. There's a coach named Wooders who said that success is a peace of mind in knowing you have done your best. Okay, so when you're writing down what you're gonna do different, okay, to help the we be a lot better than it is today, okay, to strive for excellence all the time, to build a stronger bond within your team, whatever it is, whatever that goal is, whatever you've identified today, that there's an area that you can work on. Then make sure that you take into consideration that quote. Is it the best that you can do? Okay? Before we close, let's do this, people. I hope that you're in a different mood than when you came in. Well, no, hold on, not everyone. If you came in a good mood, I hope you're coming out with a better mood. Okay? It's time to like listen, chill, do some activities with your teammates, which is cool. I mean, the company's giving you this opportunity to actually do this kind of exercise. This is like really cool. Not everyone does this. If you're still in this attitude, it will be good for you, okay, to evaluate why and how is it affecting your teammates, okay, how is it affecting you, okay, are you a part of that 50%? You're part of that reduction, right? That it's causing the 50% performance lost. Why? You're in control of your attitude, so you can change that anytime. Anyway, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here with you guys, providing this information. I hope you found it helpful. So anyway, bye.